if you're the Blazers, you choose Scoot Henderson and acquire Bam Adebayo, what do you think? That's why this is so important.
Dame seems like he wants to stay, despite everybody else wanting him to leave.
But he wants
to
ring.
stay, and he wants the team to get better. But I don't think he's going to demand a trade. Doesn't seem like it.
Because he knows if it doesn't work out, although I don't know, maybe he does. Maybe he said something behind the scenes. I know they talked about this, Stephen A. and the rest of the group on the Worldwide Leader this morning. Is it time for him to declare publicly what he wants? And my answer to that question is no, because that's never been his style, ever. Of course, I think he does want to stay. I think he does like it there. I think he wants his family to grow up there. I think he really enjoys it there, and they love him. You speak to any Blazer fan, and you think my love for Damian Lillard is uncomfortable? You know, speak to any Portland Trailblazer fan about him. And part of the reason why they love him is not just his style of play, but his style, period, and how he has never once said, I want out of here. This is unworkable. I want to be in a big city. I want to be this. I want to be that. But if you can go to Miami and play with Jimmy Buckets and play with the rest of that team, minus, I guess, Adebayo, is that a better situation than playing alongside Scoot Henderson and see how it works out with the rest of that team that they put on the floor? In the clip joint last year, and I know Jeremy Grant wasn't playing either, and they were tanking, so they could have a shot at Wembanyama, which I think he would have. This wouldn't be a conversation, right? If they had won the lottery.
Yeah. Well, he said previous to the finals being over that Miami was a place he wouldn't mind going to if they didn't win the championship. But he also said, "Bam is my boy." Like that would be the guy if he were to leave, he'd want to play with.
He'd have to give up somebody. They got to break up their team for somewhat for Damian Lillard, right? I mean, they're not just going to give Lillard away. This isn't like a Bradley Beal situation where his contract dictates it.
Yeah.
So, I'm just wondering, has he said something behind the scenes or what? That is so fascinating to me, because if Brandon Miller drops, then you've got a different dynamic. Right?
What's their team look like?
Then you've got, but Scoot Henderson.
Ready to play. He's going to come in and instantly be an impact player in this league.
By the way, Scoot Henderson is built like a GAM. That's a grown-ass man out there. He's got geez. So,
that's the question, is either of these guys sitting there and saying if they stay put and they just use this pick on a player and say, let's ride with Dame, is that cool with him? And is he calling up other people to say, why don't you come to Portland and play with me?
Yeah, is he recruiting behind the scenes?
What's happening?
Yeah, who knows?
That is one of the greatest intrigues about tomorrow night for me.
We've also kind of seen this before. Kevin Garnett didn't want to leave Minnesota. He loves it there. He wanted to finish his whole career there. He won an MVP there. But he ultimately decided, look, I'm judged by championships. I have to leave to win a championship. It's just we don't know if that's what Dame's mindset is like.
Oh, he wants to win a championship.
But he has to know they're not going to win in Portland.
Well, not next year. Not next year. I think it's important for him to say, I don't have the answer to that question.
Could they be better than Denver in the next couple of seasons? Seems unlikely.
Well, just think about it.
Dallas, too.
Just hold on a second. So Denver began to blossom as the team that won it all in the bubble, right? Wouldn't we agree on that?
Yeah, Jamal Murray kind of had a coming out party.
That's when they started to show, green shoots coming out of the ground, right? So here we are 3 years later, and they're champs. So is he willing to find the right players, let the green shoots grow, and see if the 2 to 3 years plan that is being put in front of him is something that he accepts?
The problem is he's going to be 33 years old this season.
I hear you.
So you wait 3 years, suddenly you're on the wrong side.
I don't know. I just sit here and think.
Whereas, look,
him going to Boston, Philly, Miami,
right,
go east. The West is nutty.
It's an easier path.
Right. Go east. Right? Does he want to go to Milwaukee? I'm just literally throwing stuff out against the wall here.
I
don't know.
He might be Reggie Miller. Look, Reggie spent 20 years with the Pacers.
Came close.
He was comfortable. He was loved. Some people.
He's in Springfield, Mass.
He's in Springfield. He's on your TV, once a week.
Damian Lillard's thought process is as big a mystery as to who's being chosen second overall tomorrow. And just as important to so many franchises in the league. And I don't know. Do we get an answer to that tomorrow night?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no, too.
We are here right now.
Feels
Rich.
like a no.
Because it's so epic.
It would be a huge block. I mean, the NBA is kind of known for this around draft time. Big trades do happen in this league. Whereas, the NFL, it's only been kind of a recent thing that big guys get moved via trade.
A lot of information folks in the NBA have gone under today. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.